Imagine a small city in Italy that grew into one of the greatest empires the world has ever seen. The Roman Empire stretched from Britain to the Middle East, covering millions of square miles. But how did Rome manage to expand so quickly and efficiently? What made them so powerful? Was it their army, their leaders, or something else? Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll understand the key strategies Rome used to conquer the world and why their methods still influence us today. The Roman Empire didn't just happen overnight. It took centuries of careful planning, military genius, and political strategy. Unlike other civilizations that rose and fell quickly, Rome built a system that allowed them to grow without collapsing under their own weight. Their secret? A combination of a strong army, smart alliances, advanced infrastructure, and a government that adapted to change. Today, we're going to break down these factors one by one and see how Rome managed to expand so efficiently. 1. The Roman military, the backbone of expansion. One of the biggest reasons for Rome's success was its army. But what made the Roman military so special? Discipline and training. Unlike many armies of the time, Roman soldiers trained constantly. They weren't just farmers who picked up weapons when war started. They were professionals, trained in combat, strategy, and endurance. Their strict discipline made them one of the deadliest forces in history. Superior weapons and tactics. The Romans didn't just rely on brute force. They used smart tactics, like the testudo or tortoise formation, where soldiers locked their shields together to form a nearly impenetrable wall. This helped them win battles even when outnumbered. Military adaptability. The Romans learned from their enemies. When they fought Carthage, they copied their naval technology. When they battled the Greeks, they adopted elements of their phalanx formation. They were never too proud to improve. Roads and supply lines. Rome built roads wherever they went, ensuring that their soldiers could move quickly and supplies could reach the front lines without delays. This allowed them to fight wars in distant lands without losing control. Standardized equipment. Every Roman soldier was equipped with the same high-quality weapons and armor, giving them a uniform advantage over enemies who had varied and sometimes low-quality gear. Military engineering. Rome's army was not just trained for combat, but also for building forts, bridges, and siege weapons. This helped them establish quick defenses and adapt to various battle conditions. Recruitment and rewards. Rome attracted soldiers by offering them land and wealth after their service. This incentive helped maintain a steady supply of well-trained and motivated soldiers. 2. Smart diplomacy and alliances. Rome didn't always rely on war to expand. In many cases, they used diplomacy to bring new territories under their control. Citizenship and integration. Instead of treating conquered people as mere subjects, Rome often granted them citizenship. This made former enemies loyal allies who fought for Rome rather than against it. Divide and conquer strategy. Rome was a master at turning potential enemies against each other. They would ally with one group, defeat another, and then absorb both into the empire. Client states. Sometimes Rome didn't take over a place immediately. Instead, they made agreements with local rulers, allowing them to stay in power as long as they remained loyal to Rome. This reduced the need for constant wars and rebellions. Local governance and stability. Rome understood that different regions had different cultures. Instead of imposing a one-size-fits-all rule, they allowed local leaders to govern under Roman oversight, which reduced resistance. Cultural assimilation. Romans encouraged the adoption of their language, customs, and legal systems in conquered regions, which made integration smoother over time. Economic incentives. Trade and economic benefits of being part of the Roman system encouraged many regions to willingly cooperate with Rome. 3. Infrastructure, roads, cities, and trade. Military and diplomacy were important, but infrastructure played a key role in Rome's expansion too. Road network. Rome built over 250,000 miles of roads, making travel and communication incredibly efficient. This wasn't just for soldiers, merchants, officials, and ordinary people could move easily across the empire. Aqueducts and water systems. Rome brought fresh water to cities through massive aqueducts, improving hygiene and quality of life. People in conquered lands saw the benefits of Roman rule and were less likely to resist. Economic growth. With stable roads and a secure empire, trade flourished. This made Rome incredibly wealthy, allowing them to fund more expansion and keep their armies well supplied. Public buildings and entertainment. Rome built grand temples, theaters, and public baths in new cities. This made Roman rule more appealing to conquered people, who enjoyed improved infrastructure and entertainment. Coinage system. Rome standardized currency, which helped trade and economic stability across vast regions. Port cities and trade routes. Rome established key trade hubs that connected the empire to foreign markets, ensuring a steady flow of resources. 4. Government and law. The Roman way. Rome's government played a crucial role in keeping their empire organized. Flexible government. Rome started as a monarchy, became a republic, and then transformed into an empire. They adapted their system to fit their needs at different times. Legal system. Roman law applied to everyone in the empire, ensuring fairness and stability. Many of today's legal systems are based on Roman law. Local autonomy. While Rome controlled the big decisions, they often let local leaders handle day-to-day governance. This made people more willing to accept Roman rule, because they still had a say in their own affairs. Tax collection system. Rome developed an efficient tax system that funded military campaigns and infrastructure projects. Bureaucracy and administration. A structured and organized government helped manage the vast empire without it becoming chaotic. 5. The Roman mindset, a culture of expansion. Finally, Rome's expansion was driven by its cultural attitude, ambition, and glory. Romans believed that expanding the empire was a sign of greatness. Generals, senators, and even common soldiers sought fame through conquest. Romanization. Conquered lands were encouraged to adopt Roman customs, language, and laws. Over time, people began to see themselves as Romans, not just conquered subjects. Fear and respect. Rome's reputation alone often kept enemies in check. Many regions surrendered without a fight simply because they knew resisting Rome meant destruction. The Roman Empire expanded so efficiently because they had a powerful army, smart diplomatic strategies, advanced infrastructure, a strong government, and a culture that encouraged conquest. They didn't just conquer lands. They built systems to keep those lands under control for centuries. Even today, we see the impact of Rome in our roads, laws, and government structures. Their methods of expansion were so effective that they remained one of the most powerful empires in history for over 1,000 years. So, what do you think? Could any modern empire match what Rome achieved? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on more history videos. Thanks for watching,